Welcome to Sapima tutorial. In our lesson today, we shall be considering the 2018 Waec past question. Alright, and in this video, we'll be considering the first 10 questions. In the subsequent videos, we'll be looking at the next 10 questions until we get to the 50 objective questions. Alright, now the first question says simplify square root of 108 plus square root of 125 minus square root of 75. Alright, this is SOD. So what we do is to reduce the SOD to its simplest form and then add or subtract like terms. Let's start with the smallest. What two numbers can I multiply to get 75? One must be a perfect square, the other can be any other number. That is 25 times 3. 25 is a perfect square, right? The same thing happens here. So 25 times 5 will give me 125, right? Then here is 36 times 3. If 36 multiplies 3, I'll have 108. Now the square root of 36 is 6. Then I'll have 6 root 3 plus the square root of 25 is 5. So I will have 5 root 5. And then the square root of 25 here is 5. So I will have 5 root 3. Now, SOD is just like variable. I have root 3, root 5, and root 3. It's just like where you have x and y in an expression. So we add or subtract the like terms. Now, I have 6 root 3 and 5 root 3 to be common terms. So if this minuses this, I will have only root 3. I'll bring down 5 root 5. So this becomes the answer, and that is the option A. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says evaluate 64 raised to power 1 over 2 plus 125 raised to power 1 over 3 all raised to power 2. We have 64 raised to power 1 over 2, which is square root. Anytime you have x raised to power 1 over 2, it is the same thing as square root of x. So we are looking for square root of 64, which is 8, plus 1 over 3 as a fraction is cube root. That means what number can I multiply 3 times to have 125? That is 5. If 5 multiplies itself 3 times, we will have 125, alright? Then we close bracket, raised to power 2. Now 5 plus 8 plus 5 will give me 13. We now look for the square of 13, which will give me 169. This becomes the answer, and that is option C. Let's consider number 3. Number 3 is a variation. Given that y varies inversely as the square root of x, if x is 3 when y is 100, find the equation connecting x and y, right? X varies inversely as the square, y varies inversely as the square of x. Let's write it as an equation. I will have y to be equal to k over x squared. When you remove sign of proportionality, you introduce a constant. Remember, we were given that our x is equal to 3 when y is equal to 100, and we are asked to find the equation connecting the variation. Now what we'll do is substitute the values of x and y and get our k. Now y is 100 equal to k over my x is 3 raised to power 2. This is 9. 9 times 100 will give me 900 equal to k. So my k is 100. The equation connecting x and y is substituting the value of k. So we now have y to be equal to the value of k is 900 all over x raised to power 2. Okay, so we can cross multiply to eliminate the fraction. If I cross multiply, y times x squared will give me x squared y equal to 900. So this is the equation connecting x and y, and that is in the option B. Now let's consider the fourth one. Find the value of x from this expression 32 base 4 equal to 22 base x. Alright, so we have 32 base 4 to be equal to 22 base x. This is binary number. All we need to do is to expand the fraction using the basis. So 4 multiply 3, 4 times 3 plus 4 times 2, or 2 times 4 rather, equal to x. We expand here, 2 times x plus 2 times x. Now we assign their powers. This is 0, 1. Here is 0, 1. Now 4 raised to the power 0 is 1 times 2. I will have 2. 4 raised to the power 1 is 4 times 3. I will have 12 equal to x raised to the power 0 is 1 times 2. I will have 2. X raised to the power 1 is x times 2. This is 2x. Then let us collect like terms. 12 plus 2 will give me 14. 2 will cross over, minus 2 equal to 2x. Now 14 minus 2 will give me 12 equal to 2x. We divide both sides by x. That means my x is equal to 6, and that is option C. Let's consider number 5 now. Simplify. I have two whole number 1 over 4 times 3 whole number 1 over 2 divided by 4 whole number 3 over 8. The first thing I'll do is to change all the mixed fraction into improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1, 9. 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7. I'll have 7 over 2 divided by 8 times 4 is 32 plus 3, 35. I'll have 35 over 8. Now this division here, change it into multiplication so that I will have multiplication all through. I will have 9 over 4 times 7 over 2 times 8 over 35. So anytime you have division in an expression and you have a fraction, remove that division and put multiplication. Take the reciprocal of the divisor. 35 over 8 is the divisor here. It is the one dividing here. So you change it into its reciprocal. Now we can operate. 4 can divide itself 1, divide here 2. 2 can cancel 2 here. 7 divide itself 1. 7 divide 35. I will have 5. So all I have remaining is 9 over 5, which is one whole number 4 over 5. Let's solve number 6. There are 250 boys and 150 girls in a school. If 60% of the boys and 40% of the girls play football, what percentage of the school play football? To find the percentage of the whole school that play football, what we'll do is to find the number of boys using this percent and the number of girls that play football using this percent. Add the two numbers and find the percentage of that number. We are told that 60%, that is 60 over 100 of the boys. So we say 250, 60% of 250. 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0. 6 times 25 will give me 150 students. So 150 boys play football. Let's solve for girls. 40% of girls, that is 40 over 100 times total number of girls. 0 will cancel 0, 0 will cancel 0. 4 times 15 will give me 60. Alright, so 150 boys play football, 60 girls play football. Let's find the total percentage of the people that play football in the school. That means we will add these two. Alright, if I add here, I will have 210. How do I find 210 as a percentage that play football? I will say 210 over total population, which is 400, times percent, that is 100. Alright, 0 will cancel 0 here, 0 will cancel 0 here. I will have 210 divided by 4. If I divide it, I will obtain 52.5%. So the total number of students that play football in that school is 52.5, and that is in option D. Let's solve the seventh question. I have log 6x minus 4 base 10 minus log 2 base 10 equal to 1. We are asked to find the value of x. Now we are looking for the value of x. Now recall that there is a law of logarithm that says when you have subtraction, divide the log terms. So I'll say log base 10 and the basis must be the same. So I have base 10 base 10. I have log 6x minus 4 over 2 because of this division subtraction equal to 1. Now let's change this logarithm into indices. How do we do that? This base will carry 1, which is the subject, as power, and then we'll write this one as subject. So I'll say 6x minus 4 over 2 is equal to 10 raised to power 1. So the base here will carry whatever number you have here as its power. Now to simplify here, 10 raised to power 1 is 10. We cross multiply. 2 times 10 will give me 20. Alright, so I'll have 6x minus 4 equal to 20. Making x subject formula 4 we cross. I will have 6x equal to 24 because if it crosses, it becomes plus. 4 plus 20 is 24. Then we divide both sides by 6. If I divide both sides by 6, my x will become 4. And that is in the option C. The next question here is number 8. If f is equal to 9 and c is equal to 32, find c when f equal to 98.6. This is Fahrenheit and Celsius. So we are asked to convert this Fahrenheit 98.6 into Celsius. I will have a formula for that. Now the formula we use says f minus 32 equal to 9c over 5. Alright. Now in the question, we were asked to find c when f is equal to 98.6. So let us make c the subject from this formula. First, this 5 will go. 5 will multiply this side. Let's cross multiply. 5 times here, I will have 5 into f minus 32 equal to 9c. Now we are looking for c. To make it subject formula, we divide both sides by 9. Alright, 9 will cancel 9. So I will have c to be equal to 5 into f minus 32 over 9. Then we substitute. To get my c now, I'll say 5 into my f is 98.6 minus 32 all over 9. So we subtract here. 98.6 minus 32 will give me 66.6 times 5. This 5 over 9. If I multiply here, I will have 333 over 9, which if I divide, I will obtain 37 degrees Celsius. Alright, so we have just converted the Fahrenheit to Celsius.